What's up, everybody? I have a story for you. Check this guy out right here. My man Javier, aka Junior, is down 50 pounds. All right, and I'm gonna tell his story real quick. But just so you know, this story doesn't have an ending just yet because this guy and I are just getting warmed up. Um, Man, it has been an amazing journey working with this guy right here. He's a hard worker, dedicated, and I mean, with everything thrown at this guy, he still is getting it done. So let's start from the top, right? So this guy reaches out to me, and he's looking for a trainer, right? He says, "Hey, I've lost weight before, and I just can't keep it off. I'll lose 30 or 40 pounds going hard, and then I just fall off." Which happens all the time. So, I set up a time to meet with him. He comes to the gym, he checks it out. He loves everything that we have from, the diversity of equipment to the boxing. We got a ton of heavy bags. He loves hitting the bag. It seemed like a great fit. And, we did his consultation, showed him, exactly where he was at. And, told him that he's going to get a fully customized program from me because I don't have cookie cutter programs. You come to me with weight loss. I'm not like, hey, here's my weight loss program. I don't have that. Everything is 100% customized, and I take a very clinical approach to my training, and so do my trainers. So I'm setting him up with this plan. I'm showing him what we're going to do based on his needs. He was weighing, 359 pounds at the time. So he knew he needed to lose some weight. And at the end of the day, at the end of our consultation, he ended up saying, you know what, I need to think about this. I'll get back to you. And, I knew he needed this, and I really, really wanted to help him so badly. But I couldn't convince him to stay. So I let him go. I told him, hey, I'll be following up with you in a little bit. If I don't hear from you, is that okay? He said, yeah. So a few weeks go by. I don't hear from this guy. And then I just think about him, and I'm like, you know what? I need to hit this guy up. So I hit him up a couple weeks after we met. And I was like, hey man, like, have you thought about it anymore? Are you ready to get in here and get after it? And he, to my surprise, said yes. It surprised me because I don't know. I had a feeling once he left, he wasn't coming back. So long story short on that, he showed back up. We started working out. And I can just tell he wasn't really enjoying it too much. He was working hard, don't get me wrong. Man, this guy is a hard worker no matter what he does, whether he likes it or not, likes to do the work or not, he puts it in. And then little did I know, maybe about 5-6 months into our training, he opened up to me and said, hey, Rob, you remember that whole first month? He said, I showed up 15 minutes early each time. And every single time I thought about driving away. He said, I just didn't want to do it. I wanted to quit. I was so unhappy with myself. I had no energy. I hate my body. I hate the way I look. I hate the way I feel on a daily basis. I'm a negative person overall. Nothing's going right, So he just wanted to quit. He wanted to quit really before he even got started, but he showed up and he said every single session for the first month, he just wanted to drive away. He said, man, Rob can just keep my money. I'm just going to leave. So, but he didn't. He pushed through that little mental block that he was having, and he just kept showing up and kept showing up and kept showing up. And guess what? Within that first month, right after that first month, he got sick for about 2 weeks. And that was a very good reason for him to not come back, right? I've seen it. I'm in this industry. If someone doesn't want to be there, if someone's not putting in the work, then any little bump in the road really turns into a roadblock. But he came back. He showed up. I stayed around him and I, checked on him, how he's feeling, and he came back. And then COVID hit. And then that was another excuse because our gym closed for a couple weeks until they reopened and said, you know what, we're staying open because this is very important for everybody's health. More important than the Burger Kings and the McDonald's that are staying open during this time. So I, as a business owner, obviously when COVID first came out, did not really know the severity of it. You know, it was portrayed as this, you know, the deadliest virus ever. And, you know, if that's true, then, you know, maybe we should pull back and kind of see what happens. You know, I'm not going to be reckless, especially with my business and with my clients who I care deeply about. So I moved all my clients to a park outside. The weather's beautiful. It was March, April, you know, in Arizona. It was beautiful weather. And everyone was spread out. I had my sanitizer, I brought my own equipment, and we got after it in a park, you know, with some bands and some medicine balls, and I think 15-pound dumbbells is all I had. Because at that point, all the fitness equipment was either bought up or marked up like crazy, and I was not about to spend $3 a pound on equipment when it's usually $1 a pound or less. So through COVID, this guy kept pushing through. I mean, he showed up to those boot camps that I ran at the park and he crushed it. But also because I'm an online trainer, all my clients get online workouts, even if they're in person with me. During COVID, you know, I gave every single one of my clients basically 5 workouts a week to do at home with whatever equipment they had. He did it. Every single one, he did it. And I can go back and check, you know, my app. It shows me if my clients do the workouts or not. And he checked every single box. He might have missed one, but he'll go back and do it later. So that was another really big reason for him to quit. You know, COVID happened, the gym shut down. I'm only a couple months into this thing. You know, maybe I'll just stop and come back when all this is over. Not this guy right here. So what happened next? So we move forward. COVID, I mean, it seemed bad, but we were reading up on it, and, you know, it's only really bad if you have, from what we were reading, you know, if you had pre-existing condition, you know, if you had heart disease or high blood pressure or whatever, if you were, you know, above a certain age or whatever. I gave my clients the option and said, hey, I'm going to go back into the gym. We're going to, you know, social distance. We could wear masks. We're going to, you know, spray down everything, you know, be super cautious, but it's up to you. If you want to stay at the park, we'll stay at the park. If you want to go to the gym, we'll go to the gym. Unanimous decision by every one of my clients to go back to the gym. So we went back to the gym. We were safe. Not a single one of my clients contracted COVID during this entire period from the gym. I did have a couple that got COVID, but they were out of town for like 3 weeks and came back with it. So they quarantined, got tested, they were positive, came back negative. They came back after, you know, their quarantine period, and they're good. But speaking to Junior here, he kept pushing and he kept showing up and he started to get results. He started to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds. But what he's noticing, the scale, yeah, that's great. But what he's noticing is that he's getting stronger. He's maintaining his muscle while he's losing fat. So all of his weight was pure water weight and fat weight. He maintained his lean muscle tissue the entire time while adding to it, right? So while he's losing weight, fat weight, he's also gaining muscle. So this 50-pound weight loss that you're seeing right now, probably could have turned into 60 or 70. But with my style of training, I talk about fat loss, not weight loss. We want to maintain that lean muscle tissue and build more on it. So, you know, I helped him with his mindset with that and say, hey, this weight loss journey might take a little bit longer, because the scale isn't going to reflect your body. I'm all about body composition, body fat versus muscle weight. And we do an in-body scan every month, and his muscle mass continued to grow up and stay consistent. Meanwhile, his body fat goes down and his weight goes down. Perfect. But this guy, I'm telling you, he's telling me that he's got more energy throughout the day. He's not negative anymore. He's positive. He's cutting people out of his life that are negative, right? He's got friends, family, people that are looking at him and saying, hey, what are you doing this for? I've seen you do this. I've seen you lose this weight. What are you doing this again for, man? And he's just like, you know what? I'm doing it for me. I got to change my life. I see where my life is going. I'm 360 pounds. Like, I'm 20 something years old. This kid, he's like 22. Like, he's a young kid and he sees his life dwindling already because of his health. So, it brings me to emotion because this guy, he put in the work, but what I think hits me the most is that he really understood the health and wellness ecosystem. So, he was exercising properly, he was getting his nutrition on point, and he was taking the supplements that I recommended to him to help with his digestion. It's all really strong pieces of the puzzle to help this guy out. And you can check my Instagram, my Facebook. I think I posted it. I may have just posted it to my story, but he sent me a video of him at work, and he's holding an apple in his hand, and then he brings the camera over to the box of donuts, looks back at the apple, takes a bite, and keeps walking. That was the first video he sent me of that, and I almost lost my crap. Like, it was awesome. The next video, he shows the camera at a donut, and then he shows himself looking around like no one's around, no one's around. And then he punches that donut and throws it away. This is where this guy is at. He's got momentum. He's starting to make a game of this, which is amazing. And he knows himself. Like, I ask him about his nutrition and it's on point, and the results are showing. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. Has he missed a couple workouts? Absolutely. But it's all about consistency over a long period of time. And for this guy's transformation to go from 359 pounds to yesterday he was 309, like, that in and of itself is amazing. But the intangibles of that are hands down why I do this business and why I do what I do. Because remember in the beginning when I said he told me that he hates his body, he's always a negative person. He sees his life dwindling. He's so young. He feels terrible when he eats bad food, to now fast forward, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months from now, and he's loving his life. He feels so good. He has a direction. He has a vision. He has energy. He's sleeping well at night. He's got energy during the day. He wakes up refreshed. He's got confidence coming back. Like, it is amazing, not just the physical transformation that this kid has gone through, but the emotional and the mindset shift that has happened within this guy, that truly, truly inspires me, and it truly drives me in what I do. Because if you know me and you know my business, Next Level Fitness, it's about way more than fitness, right? Like, I gave him a book to read that would help his mindset, as I do with, pretty much all of my clients. I tell them about podcasts that they should be listening to, personal development, because I told him yesterday, I gave him when he stepped on the scale and he showed me he was down 50, I couldn't hold back. I just gave him a hug. Like, I just gave him this big old bear hug, and, I embraced him and said how proud I am of him. Everything that he's done, everything he's gone through, all the trials and tribulations, all the times that he had an opportunity to quit and he never did, even when he wanted to. I told him that these skills that he has developed in pushing through adversity and overcoming problems and persevering through, again, adversity, is going to carry him in life in whatever he does. Because we all know adversity is going to happen with a job, COVID, things that are out of our control, right? But what's in our control is the ability to choose to be positive, the ability to choose to keep pushing forward, even though it feels like you've been pushing at this wall for so long, right? So everything that he's learned and developed, I can't take any credit. Like, I've laid the bricks for him, but he has to build it, right? I lay the program, but he has to execute it. I help him stay motivated and help him stay, on track. But ultimately, at the end of the day, he did it. He did it. I didn't do it. This guy did it. He put in the work and he just followed the plan that I laid out. And that's all it takes, guys, with really anything, is to just execute. Even when adversity hits, even when you want to quit, it's the little things that happen that create the big things to really happen. We want these big weight loss goals, right? Like, you see, oh my gosh, 50 pounds down. How the heck I can't do that? That's so much weight. But it starts with 1 pound. It starts with punching a donut, right? It starts with making the healthy choices, because the satisfaction of eating something that's terribly unhealthy for you followed by maybe the shame and the guilt that you feel. That honestly, you shouldn't feel shame and guilt for eating badly. It's a choice that you made. You might feel badly physically, right? Like you feel sick, you feel heavy, you feel bloated, but in your mind, you made a choice to eat, fast food over whole food or whatever. But through making those choices, losing the 1 pound, losing the 5 pounds, you can't lose 50 if you don't lose 10, right? So this guy right here, I mean, I know I've been talking 16 minutes already. I can go on for days about this, but this guy right here is the epitome of what I teach to every single one of my clients. Is it's gonna take a while, but you're gonna keep your results, and the habits that you build through chasing your goals is going to flood into every aspect of your life. You're going to be a better friend, a better family member, a better employee. You might want to go start your own business because now you feel like you're unstoppable, right? And this is what happens. But as my football coach used to say, and I say this to every single one of my clients, is that if you take care of the little things, the big things will take care of themselves. So the little things in fitness are eating an apple instead of a donut, choosing to go to your workout today, even if you don't want to, because it's easy to go to your workout when you feel good. But when you don't want to go and you want to quit, that's when you really need to go. All right. Those are the little things: drinking your water every day, getting enough sleep, stretching. Those are the little things that lead to what this guy has accomplished. You don't just show up and lose 50 pounds. I wish it worked that way. I'd have to charge a heck of a lot more if it worked that way. But again, doing the little things to achieve a big goal. That's how big goals are accomplished, right? You want to start a business, you're not just going to be a millionaire overnight, right? You got to take care of the little things, the R&D, everything. So I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to shout my guy out. To be honest with you guys, I started to type this on Instagram and I couldn't, because number one, it was going to be way too long and I wasn't going to get the whole story. Number two, I want you guys to hear my emotions behind this, because man, this guy right here, his story, and every single one of my clients, the work that they put in, it lights me up. I love seeing them win. I love seeing them reach results. But what I love seeing is what happens outside of the gym. The value that my clients get, and anyone that I work with, whether you're online, whether you're supplements with me, whether it's health and wellness, nutrition coaching, sports performance, whatever. What I love to see is that transformation outside of the gym. Your confidence level up. You're getting rid of clothes that make you feel uncomfortable. You're wearing clothes that make you feel sexy or hot, right? You're blowing up your own life in a way that you never thought would happen. And it starts by doing the little things. So please, I want to encourage you that if you have some big goals that you want to accomplish, whether it's weight loss, putting on muscle, running a marathon, competing in a sport, jiu-jitsu, hockey, football, you have these big goals, I want to encourage you to reach out to me. I would absolutely love to help, because Junior right here, like I said, he's just getting started. We're down 50. We got more to go, and he loves it. I'm loving it. I want you to have the life transformation that my clients are getting. So I'm Rob with Next Level Fitness. Please don't hesitate to reach out so I can shout you out with your results, just like this guy. Peace out.